All new tonight, lawmakers are urging the State Department of Education to make changes after a so-called death list and a knife were discovered at an elementary school.
Tonight, we're learning police were not immediately alerted. On Tuesday, State Senator Brandon Elefante and State Representative Sam Kong wrote a letter to the school superintendent and Board of Education chair about a February 6 handwritten death list on the floor of a Pearl Ridge Elementary classroom and a pocket knife in the backpack of the student who allegedly wrote the note, as first reported by Hawaii News Now.
There were 4 students within the classroom on this death list and also another staff member. And it had turned out that the student was in possession of a knife.
The letter says the student got a 2-day suspension and parents were frustrated about a, quote, delay in communication. Teachers and parents told HNN it was a parent, not administrators, who finally called police nearly 2 weeks after the incident.
You kind of took away our trust, and we don't know how to build that trust back.
Was this a failure?
I feel like it starts with the principal and then it falls under the DOE because they didn't hear what the parents had to say.
In a letter last month, Principal Cindy Raymond stressed safety, precautions, and protocols, but said there was, quote, no threat to our campus.
Schools have to educate. And when a crime occurs, they have to bring in law enforcement, the police.
John McCarthy is the former HPD deputy chief.
You're alarmed, you're affronted, you're scared. So although it might not be a threat under the technicality of the law, it's still a crime.
Now, lawmakers are urging the Board of Education and Department of Law Enforcement to require that a police report be filed at the time of the incident and a standardized policy of timely reporting. In a statement just into our newsroom, the DOE says the incident was, quote, in line with department protocols, including involving law enforcement when appropriate, a decision later affirmed by law enforcement. It went on to say, we recognize that communication with families and staff did not meet expectations. The school is taking steps to improve.